alleged arsonist Zandile Mafe will undergo mental evaluation for the next 30 days. This after the state sent him for observation, which saw him diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia. The case has since been postponed to the 11th of February. My colleague Nasiphi Same is following developments there for us, and the defense really saying that they feel ambushed here as they were only furnished with documents at the last minute. Talk us through arguments as you heard them in court this morning.
Well, Juju, that's indeed true, and those are the exact words used by senior counsel Zandile Mafe in court, saying that, the furnishing of documents at the 11th hour is something that they don't appreciate. And those documents, we then learned that Zandile Mafe was indeed taken for a mental observation, or rather taken in on the 3rd of January. As we do know, that was the day before his first court appearance. And also what came out of court was that they do want him to go for further observation for 30 days. And in the interim, while a bed is not available, he will then remain in custody at Paulsmo, which is something that was not taken too lightly by the accused, Mr. Mafe, saying that the fact that he has not been able to have a grant application, or rather bail application granted to him, will rather has forced him that as of this moment, or as of today, he will then be embarking on a hunger strike up until such a point where he is able to have that bail application. And as you can see and hear behind me, a number of people coming out in support of Zandile Mafe, saying that he is indeed innocent, as we heard from his lawyer, Luvuyo, saying that he is a scapegoat of the executive's failure. And that is exactly the same sentiments that the people that are outside court, standing in solidarity with Mr. Mafe, are saying. But to talk to us, I am joined here by ATM President, who is going to talk to us about his reasons for him to come to court and attend today.
Thank you. Firstly, the burning of our parliament and the destruction of a property over 1 billion is a very, very serious matter, which cannot be left for the incompetent state to handle privately, because the state has proven countless times, particularly when it comes to the justice system, that it is incompetent. You'll remember last year, people were arrested for tweeting Aikale, people were arrested for a lot of things. You'll remember that even the people that are supposedly killers of Senzo Meyiwa did not even know that they were charged for such a crime. We'll remember even here in Cape Town last year, there's a Tanzanian national who was said to have banned UCT and some parts of Table Mountain. However, this person now is no longer arrested because the state general, when it comes to our justice system, it is incompetent. Therefore, it is our responsibility as all political parties to guard the state, to make sure that the state does not abuse its powers, particularly on the people that are poor, because the state knows that they might not have the best legal representation on their side. So we're here to make sure that the state does its job. We're here to make sure that people understand that anyone is innocent until proven guilty. Secondly, the process that the state must follow in terms of making sure that a person is guilty, it must be a fair process, it must be a process that is in line with the justice system. So that is why we are here to make sure that the burning of the parliament, it is not a matter that is handled privately, and most importantly, you don't have Mr. Zandile Mafe because he was at the wrong place at the wrong time. He's used as a perfect scapegoat, because currently no one is talking about how the servicing of parliament sprinkler system, firefighting system was last done in 2017. No one is even talking about how many times has there been fire in parliament. There was fire last year and no one was blamed, because predominantly because it was someone, it was not a fire that destroyed the entire vicinity.
Zungula, their ATM president, highlighting some things that he believes need to be talked about, including the fire that occurred in Parliament, and also the numerous reports that have come out following that devastating fire, the water valves to the sprinklers having been closed, the breach of security. But what we do know is that the matter has been postponed to the 11th of February 2020 for Mr. Zandile Mafe, for him to be observed, and also for the state to continue with its investigation. However, we do know that the defense is hoping that within 2 weeks, or hopefully by Friday, they will be able to have that bail application. In the interim, Mr. Zandile Mafe has an additional charge which is now being investigated under the Terrorism Act. And however, his lawyers are adamant that he is innocent, and also adding that he will be continuing with his hunger strike based on principle, saying that when he was outside, the government did not provide him any food. So why is it now that when he's incarcerated, or rather behind bars, the government will then be providing food to him?